It is mildly upsetting to me that it is only Wednesday because I am of the feeling that like more has happened just in general, that like, you know, stuff has been happening, but we still got 2 days left before the weekend when I can just, you know, kind of lay back and try and chill a bit. So I'll do my best to buckle in, but we'll see. Hope everyone else is doing okay though. Everyone else's week is going alrighty. Oh yeah, Sabs, good to see ya. Hope your week's going okay. It's a good thing I was mostly home alone tonight, because it's a good thing I was mostly home alone too. I lost in New York, but because there are some nights where I get home and I'm just like, let me lay down and sleep a little bit before, because I know I have to stream, so you know, I should let me sleep before that, lest I just sleep on stream, right? And then usually like family comes in and is just like, hey, this, that, the other thing, and I'm like, oh no. But tonight I did get a bit of a nap in there before we came in, so hopefully that helps us. We'll see how much that helps us. But yeah, I got like a few things to do left on that first third we've been working on, but for the most part it's done. So we will be moving on to the middle part. A middle part of this comic we're working on. Also, by the way, I was looking for I don't know if anyone has like a better recommendation than this, but I was looking for basically something I can use to like split up the comic into equally sized images. Thus I would be easily able to post them as like a gallery onto TikTok or what have you. And I found one that did that, and then like I was like, I'm pretty happy with this, and then all the reviews are bad. So like, if anyone has any like any suggestions for something that will do that outside of me just having to chop it up manually in CSP here, I'd appreciate that. If not, I understand. It's a specific app. That's why I was like, I don't really know if I'm gonna switch off this, because it kind of seems like this is doing I have a specific need, and this is a service providing that specific need. So, tis what tis. I'll take apple in my nose. Oh. Alrighty. This is the sketch for the last one, and this is the sketch for this one. So what I'm gonna just do a bit of like yeah, when I was talking with Zay last night, I was just kind of generally like, I don't know how many people are gonna be like, oh, this is cool versus this is this is cringe, but I'm gonna I kind of like it, and we're giving it the old college try, so I am cringe, but I am free. Always good advice. Oh my goodness. I did forget. See, here's the thing. There have been like a good few nights recently where I'm like, why are my allergies killing me? I did forget my medication today, so I can understand why my allergies are killing me, even if I'm still pretty upset about it. But yeah, tomorrow night, hopefully I can mostly focus on finishing this part up and adding the little bits I need for the first part. So that way, what was I thinking of? That way when next week rolls around and I get back from like dog sitting again, I can just try, I can just do the last third and it won't be too much stress. We see. Making comics is hard. I legit don't know how mangaka do it with just like making like whole like weekly chapters and shit. I mean, to be fair, to my understanding, a good few of them are overworked. Like, the answer is because it's not healthy in a good few cases, but still. Physically, I still don't understand it. Actually, you want to know something? I was literally like opening up my gallery, which I do, to look at comics I published. But I don't want to look at a comic I published. Parrot Justice, the newest Fortnite skin. Oh, you're right. Wait, it's Abderdeen Parrot Bomb? Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness. Alright, well, this is gonna... it's gonna take a minute. I haven't... Okay, here's one thing. Blue Eyes just got here, so we're gonna... The fuck, no parrot archetype? So put that there. No. Starboy. The classic. They'll be right there. Badoo's gotta, you know. Badoo will also be here. Ugh. Yeah, this works. I feel like one of the reasons I was like, I need to get some Yu-Gi-Oh cards in here is because I did in fact already have a good few Pokemon. Dude, the fuck would. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Sabs, are you... Sabs, have you not seen the parrots before? These are my parrots. I'll not... I'll take many criticisms, but none of them may be directed at my parrots. I apologize. Not taking questions about the parrots right now. That aren't parrots. What the fuck are you talking about, Sabs? All of these are parrots. Like what? Like, I mean, like, look at this one right next to me. It's literally, it's like, it's got a beak, it's got wings, it's sitting on my shoulder. That's a parrot. Okay? I don't... Sabs, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. But, like... Again, I please... I'd ask some respect for my loyal companions. The many parrots that I have here. So... Alright, I gotta... I'm just kind of figuring out choreography here. with like what's going on. I made a lot of comics. I don't know if you guys know this. A lot of people seem to not know I've made a lot of comics, because, you know. I wouldn't say they're exactly popping off on you know, MySpace, but there might be a reason for that. I don't know if that has to do with the comics or if it has to do with MySpace. I'll be real. I literally just forgot. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Parrot. Or Sabs was talking about making like a toon deck before, and I have been watching Duel Monsters for personal reasons in my own time, rewatching Duel Monsters, as to say, right? And like, I know it's not great, but Duel Monsters seem fun. I feel like especially in earlier formats you can kind of make Toon Monsters work. If you have like, for example, there's Magic Jam. Well, I guess you can't have Magic Jammer, huh? I was gonna say, because I was going to say, it's like you bring out Jinzo, make sure you don't get Dust Tornadoed or nothing. And then like Magic Jammer to make sure you don't get Mystical Typhoon. But fucking, if you have Jinzo out, you can't do the fucking Magic Jammer. So at that point, I guess you just have to have Solemn Judgment ready and be like, okay, I hope I win the duel before I have to use a bunch, like, before I run out of Solemn Judgment. That being said, I'm sure people have like wait a minute. Okay, we're gonna do this. Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that, Sabs. Because I've had like one or two people be like, no, you just gotta give like the new game a chance. But I really feel like, on top of a lot of things I've said about why newer Yu-Gi-Oh! Just isn't for me, again, with all respect to the people who do like it, it's that I feel like to some degree, something I like in old Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the rhythm of like, I do these like 3 things, it's your turn, you respond, you do those, I respond, the back and forth. But to some degree in new Yu-Gi-Oh, it's more just like, stop stop your opponent from playing the game on one turn. You both get one turn. Stop your opponent from doing anything. And if God is feeling merciful, you will win. You will win the duel. So, but that's why I've kept old Yu-Gi-Oh! DS games, you know. You've seen a pair. I appreciate that, but I don't get a lot of clips. I'm glad you found that funny. Listen, these are parrots. I'm no ornithologist, but fucking, I know a parrot when I see one. Okay. How do you like that? Do you want to know something? Hey, internet. Hey, internet, you dummies. Do you want to know something? I said ornithologist off the top of my head. I knew the word for that. My brain is so big. It's a big brain. Weird. It's so funny, right? Because like I don't really consider myself like super smart or anything, and I'm sure a lot of people, other people, would agree with that. Uh, but I did well in school, like legit. I'm fully like burnt out gifted kid style over here, and a part of that is just like when someone's like, school doesn't really test how good you are in general, just test how good you are at school. I'm like, correct, because I was good at school, and I don't know what the fuck is going on these days. I'm glad. Yeah, I did do that, not to pat myself on the back, but fucking, you know, I was doing that somewhat on purpose, because like, here comes Gus. Man, so I've been doing a lot of art streams recently. I know it's been going really well because everyone shows up to them. I'm joking, I'm sorry. Let me get one in. But after talking to Zaid last night, I might set it up and start doing some Minecraft streams. Just because that's, you know, like I like doing like Rivals because it's very low stakes. And I can stream it whenever. And I feel like Minecraft is kind of the same because even if I do like a million things by myself in Minecraft, I can just come back and be like, hey guys, check this out, yada yada yada. And then also, what was I just thinking of? And then I was also gonna say we should go back to play more Epic Mickey 2. I do want to do Echoes, so like Detective Penguin, I'm doing that soon as like a, that should honestly maybe take 2 streams if that. And then we got Rivals coming up. Okay, they announced the new season. I'm very excited. I'm excited for the new season. Gambit is a healer. Did I say that on stream? Because I saw a few people being like, it would be cool if Gambit was a healer actually. And I was like, yeah, he just gives you gumbo and you get healed. And then he was a healer and I was like, gumbo is real. It's real. If Rogue is a tank, this I will continue to say best season. It would be very fun. And also, all the tanks are getting buffed. They're kind of just from what I've seen, it almost looks like they're just doing buffs this season. They're just like, we don't really want to bring anyone down, so oops, all buffs. And that includes making it so that Penny's webs heal her, like passively heal her teammate. And let me tell you, as a Penny main, very exciting times. So yeah. I don't know. Oh, let's say I don't want to say that I've given up in terms of streaming things, but to some degree, I was saying it a lot before, where it's like if I do an art stream, I'm making progress on stuff I want, whether or not, you know, lots of people are in chat. That's nice. So I've just kind of been falling back on that, as I'm just like, I don't really know what we're doing next. So I appreciate the likes of Paula and Sab showing up. Always love seeing some chill buds. Cracking open a cold parrot with the boys. We would love to see it. Don't make your parrots cold. Don't keep your parrots chilled. Oh, also I said that whole thing about Toon Monsters because of fucking, because Pegasus also uses like Parrot Dragon, I believe. which is a very unassuming monster, but who is like level like 6 or something, so you do need a tribute for it. Like it's decently beefy as far as a normal monster goes. Old school normal monster. I also feel like that's one reason I like Synchro so much. I guess this kind of goes for Ziz as well. Ziz, if you want to say it that way. That might be the proper way to say it. Because to some degree it lets you run anything, you know? Bring Parrot Dragon back as a toon, honestly. There are like... I think that's one of the problems with toon archetypes. Not only are they just like the Egyptians' gods, they weren't really properly translated to the TCG, but also Pegasus uses a lot of them, a lot of cards that look like toons but aren't classified as them. Which means the archetype is then lacking more so than it is in the source material. Anyway, what else was I thinking of? Alright, the Synchro. But yeah, Synchro lets you run anything, because as long as your tuner as long as there's a little bit of synergy and the tuner and the other monster have the proper amount of levels, then it's just like, who cares what the material is? Bring out your favorite monster, be like, and check out what it can do. Transforms into fucking Stardust Dragon. You're riding high. But anyway, yeah, I don't mean to be a Yugi boomer. I love getting called. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time in fucking in 2023. That is the music. I've never heard that part of the track before. What is this? Anyway, but yeah, just I was getting called a Yugi boomer when I watched that show in 2024. It's like, fucking, guess what? There is not like, I watched a bit of it as a child, but nostalgia is not as big a factor as you think. I just don't like this game as it is now. I'd love to see like a kid who really likes like Gen 1 Pokemon, and then everyone's like, Poke Boomer, and it is like like that is definitely a thing. I know that's a thing. I know there is like some kid, like some younger person out there, younger than I, who and I wasn't even around for Gen 1. It's like, I love Gen 1, it's my favorite, and they're like, Boomer, and they're like, I am 15. I don't think I'm a boomer. Could be wrong about that. I was talking about the Zayd yesterday too, and I just can't. There's just like a lot of old things I like. Which I feel like, on top of my love of like preserving stuff, also comes with the fact that like companies tend to run things into the ground, you know? I feel like it's rare for any kind of company to get like a hit on their hands and demand more and more and more of it, and for it to only increase in quality. As like, you know, the original artist either is made to work more and more or is forced to step down. Everyone is like, oh my gosh, it's better now. Wow. This is universally. I don't think there's it's definitely happened. I don't know for a fact that it's happened once or twice, but I like this stance I got Wukong in as he lands crane style. I don't think that counts. What, you mean The Land Before Time isn't a quality series of sequels? The Land Before Time can have better writing with each movie. I haven't seen them in a while. I could be made to believe that. I don't believe it by default. But I know for a fact the animation didn't keep up. So. Unfortunately. I don't think Don Bluth did all of them, that's for sure. Stop watching it the third or fourth one. Oh no, Paula! There's like 13! There's too many lands before time. I guess it doesn't matter to them, it's before time, so you know. they can spend as long as they want doing it. Hey, I'm gonna be so real with y'all right now. I'm going to gut check this 11-year-old. Now you might say, Cahill, that's Willie. He's one of your characters. Don't you love him? Yes. He's also about to get punched in the stomach by just a chunk of metal. Sorry about that, Willie. Sometimes pirates get beat up. It is a fact. Lord. Also, I just realized something. I should remember to draw Wukong's little bandolier I gave him. And that panel, let me see. Bop, bop, bop. I assume you mean the one we're working on right now, not the one we were working on before. I don't see it. I might be wrong for that, Paula. But I might just be blinded because I'm the artist. So I can't. That one on the left. So this one on the left, you see the cat in the hat somewhere. I'm trying to think about what the cat in the hat looks like. I'm not seeing anything. I apologize. We're talking about kind of like this, this motion right here, with his spine kind of drawn. I do want to see it so that I can laugh at the cat in the hat. So I can laugh about all my good times, my good memories with the cat in the hat. No, you're valid. I mean, cat in the hat is also very rubber hose. So if that's what you see, then... I feel like what I was trying to figure out is like, are you doing like association kind of, which is, like I say, completely valid, or have I accidentally and subconsciously hidden a cat in the hat somewhere on the page? Yeah, no, Sips. I was literally like, I've said it so much before, I don't want to talk about it more. I don't get it. I don't get why they keep trying. The Smurfs and the Cat in the Hat are things they have tried to make, like, animated. First off, I think probably the best attempt at Cat in the Hat are the old animated attempts. Just because they're not attempting to do, like, a whole bunch of extra stuff with it. It's just the Cat in the Hat. And same probably goes for the Smurfs too, even though I haven't seen those. when you zoom in. I mean, that's fair. That's with a lot of art, Paula. Zooming in on any art, no matter how realistic, will immediately break the illusion. So there's a good like amount of art where it's like you do it like you draw the thing and then you shrink it a bit in the later stages, like literally just make the image smaller as to help the illusion more. Yeah, no, you're right. No, Savage, you're right. It is good that, I mean, I feel like my mom literally uses this argument all the time. No, it's good that animators are getting paid. But also, I'm sure they'd like to work on better movies. I mean, the new Cat in the Hat might be good. I don't know. But just in general. Latest attempts at Cat in the Hat. I mean, I think the last theatrical Cat in the Hat attempt was Michael Myers. And I shouldn't need to explain why there weren't more after that. But also, yeah, that's what... Like, that's what... Like, I'm sorry to harp on this so much, but, like, I was explaining myself yesterday with Zayd, both because we were in agreement, and just kind of because, like, I had been talked about a lot. But, like, I feel like that's part of why I'm, like, I don't necessarily want to just apply for another job. Because even if it's creative, it's another job. I might go into work and they'll say, you're going to be drawing the Cat in the Hat today. And I don't necessarily want to draw the Cat in the Hat. At least not for an extended period of time. Now, I might enjoy that more than my current job, but... I think I made the sleeve too big. I gave Wukong pretty big sleeves, but wasn't there a more recent one? You might be thinking of the Grinch, because I think Illumination also did the Grinch movie. Yeah, the Grinch was Jim Carrey. It was the live action Grinch that went with the live action Cat in the Hat. You know, that was Jim Carrey, not also Michael Myers. The more recent Grinch was Benedict Cumberbatch. And I don't think I've seen literally anything about that ever. Not as culturally important as the Jim Carrey one, almost certainly. Sorry, Benedict Cumberbatch. You can do other... It's not like... I don't think it's on you, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Listen, if there's something someone wants to hold against the Benedict Cumberbatch, it will not be the Grinch movie. I don't think it was on him. I don't think studio heads are capable of understanding that the things that are awful about the live action Jim Carrey... also, I'm skipping this one. I love some Game Boy tunes, but you gotta smooth them out a little bit. There we go. Anyway. Yeah, I think studio heads are physically incapable of understanding that the awful things about the Jim Carrey Grinch are also why we continue to watch Jim Carrey's The Grinch. So... live action Grinch. Oh, for Paula. They're insane. They are wildly enjoyable on the basis that they are completely nuts in a totally different vibe than like the way the Dr. Seuss books are kind of nuts, you know? You're so real for that. You're very real for that, you know? What was I thinking of in relation to that? But okay, but it's also why I don't understand why they would try to do it again. You know what I mean? Cause the first attempts, which everyone remembers because look at them, are not necessarily hyper faithful to the source material. But they left their own impression, and in some ways that's enough, right? So why you would try it again and just kind of have it be less unique? I mean, the answer is because they just want to cash in on, like, the brand recognition. For sure. I know that. I know. Everyone knows that. I feel like sometimes I ask stuff like that, and like if someone tries to answer earnestly, they'll be like, "Oh, well, money." And it's like, yeah, that's what I was getting at. But I think the larger point for me is if the only answer for something is we're doing it to try and make money, then it might not actually be that good of an idea. The only possible good thing about this is that it might make us money. Well, then it probably probably not that great. Shout out again to Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer. I'm so glad you guys crushed it at the box office this year, when like a lot of other films weren't. A lot of more traditional Hollywood films were not. Don't get me wrong, there's probably a good few of them that might have deserved a fair shake, but as someone who enjoys 2D animation and knows it doesn't get the respect it deserves, especially nowadays, seeing you guys go off very nice. Alright, I need to get on to drawing the rest of Wukong, so. Why did I choose to make Sun Wukong the villain of my fucking comic? First off, let's get one thing straight. Sun Wukong is the first real villain. You could kind of read the first story arc with the fountain and this one as a singular event, right? This is the intro story essentially. Okay? So Wukong's the first real villain because that one captain who was a dickhead, not much of a threat if we're being so real. Okay? So the fact that I've made Wukong, this mythical guy of all people, the first villain, wild choice on so many levels, and then the fact that I do have to draw him repeatedly. Y'all might be shocked to hear this, but when you make a comic, you have to draw people a lot. I don't know, it surprised me too. That being said, fuck AI. That's another thing. That's humans for you, you know. I will complain all day and night about having to draw the things I want to draw, but I will step on broken glass before I let someone else or a machine do it for me. So, I say that, if I had an assistant like some mangakas do, that'd be nice, that'd be very helpful. I would take that. But I still wouldn't want, like, you know, still wouldn't want like a full-on ghostwriter. Now, would I like Ghost Rider? Would I like the rights to Marvel's Ghost Rider? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd take that. But not a Ghost Rider. No. Lord, I'm sorry to bring this up, because I know anyone watching is probably not, like, not wildly into what I'm into the people I'm about to mention. Wasn't there like a thing about one of the Paul brothers having a ghost writer? Did they make books at one point? I don't know. And I don't really care, but I feel like I remember that being a thing. And I'm like, why would either of them have... If I'm being honest, I don't know if they can read. Why would they have a ghostwriter? I mean, that's probably why they would have a ghostwriter. But... I feel okay being mean like that. They've done some very nasty things. So... really not gonna pull my punches. To anything, yeah. I mean, I don't think, if I'm being honest, I think just with the way things are, no one's really been paying attention to them recently, which is for the best. It's bad enough there's so many very, very not so nice people running around the world these days. Really don't need to give ones like that any kind of attention. Because at the end of the day, that's all they're doing it for. Those two specifically is attention. Yeah, that was another thing I was talking about with Jade yesterday. It's just like, it's so wild to think. The thing about this today, have y'all seen those posts where someone's like, I just realized other people have like their own lives and stuff. That drives me up the wall. Be like, we have to do better than this. But then also, it's wild there's people who don't have that revelation at all. And are also just kind of doing stuff, just being like, I need money. Or that's all I can do is money and attention. Like, damn. Maybe see a therapist. What's the point of living? I like pizza. And I'd like to eat more of it. All-time post. That's a good post. You know what else is a really good post that can help your mental health? The fucking Sonic one where it's like, Sonic tip! Don't trust anything your brain says after 9 o'clock. Like, you know, do not trust how you feel about like life and stuff when you are probably pretty tired. When maybe you could use some sleep. That's why I take naps. I've become unapologetic about being EBD, because I think sleep is undervalued these days. Good rest. Folks need their EBD. What if I'm always tired? That can be diet stuff, Paula, which I know because I have diet issues. And then also just general sleep schedule and maybe mattress stuff. Mattress, the surfaces you are sleeping on could be affecting you on a level you don't realize, so. I know to some degree that might have been like a joke, but I wanted to answer it genuinely because there is a lot of stuff people don't realize affects their sleep. Also, give me 1 second. Pun. Yeah, not to tell you what to do, like, because you were talking about that, like, air fryer, I think, like, maybe Monday stream, which I was fully endorsing, just because, like, you know, That's another thing of just like make sure like good food is available. That's always good, but same with sleep, so it's worth saving up for to make sure you get as good a bed as possible. It is important. Wendy's is good food. I mean, here's the thing. As far as fast food goes, I mean, I really can't disagree, Paula. You've caught me. You've. Again, that might be a joke. I did have Wendy's today, so. Is it like the best food? No. Is it like all right in terms of fast food? And definitely better than nothing? Yes. Some food isn't better than nothing. Like Walmart shrimp. Walmart shrimp isn't better than nothing. Because, radioactivity. But Wendy's is. Wendy's. We have the meat. That's not their slogan. Wendy's, show us your feet. Wendy's, ba-da-ba-ba. Dave Thomas is not doing well. He might be dead, actually. I do not particularly know too much about Dave Thomas himself. Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? Because, like, and I think people point this out a lot. I keep doing, like, literal stuff to what is mostly joking conversation. I'm just saying random crap. Disregard your own thing if you were, you know. But, what was I just about to say? All right. I don't think, you know, it's not like all fast food is like the worst. And if it's that or eat a little less, then it might be good to, might be a good idea to pick up some fast food on the way home. So. I'm trying to make sure this looks good. It's kind of hard because I got him in a scrungly pose. So passed in 2002. That, yeah, figures. I know he was pretty old. Not too long ago was Dave Thomas, business owner, what I would consider pretty old. And when you're starting from there, it's so weird. I literally, because when I was talking to Zayd yesterday, he mentioned the that's the second person, Paula, I've seen today. It was like they passed away at 69, and it's like, well, I don't want to say nice, but someone else said nice about the other person. So what was I just thinking of? All right, because Zayd said a thing yesterday about like get rid of aging. It is probably genetically possible to probably undo aging to some degree, but also just stop aging, definitely, right? And that was actually, had seen a video from another content creator I see a bit of saying some of the similar things, and I'm like, I don't know, because that content creator talked about like if you stop aging, people will think more about long-term solutions for stuff, because, you know, they'll be around. And, like, I get that, but it's kind of like a what comes first, chicken or the egg scenario, where it's like, yeah, but if aging stops, I would kind of prefer that we have things figured out more, you know? I get the argument of like, well, if there's no more aging, people think long-term, but also, I just would like long-term solutions before we think about aging. Do a hideous abomination. I mean, I don't think I did that, Greg. I'll double check. Nope. No, I don't think that was me, Greg. So, if you want to call someone else about some kind of abomination roaming the streets of Paris, feel free to, because it is not mine, nor is it biologically related to me. So hate to break it to you. Also, hi, Greg. Okay. Okay. DK. Donkey Kong. DK. Donkey Kong is here. Doesn't look too bad. This pose is in fact serving the purpose I want it to. So, Dr. Cahill's monster. Well, here's the thing, Greg. The point of the book is that I kind of am the monster when you think about it. How many was I thinking of? Oh. When you meant parrot. Well, I'm glad Greg recognizes a good parrot when he sees it. Anyway. How many of those articles do you think, like, about Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein are purposely saying things like, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein changes the classic story on purpose just to get people to fucking, like, rage click it? Because part of the selling point of the movie is that it is actually one of the only faithful adaptations of the book. In Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein is the bad guy? What? Ooh. Have good dinner, Greg. Enjoy your Wendy's. Anyway. What was I just thinking of? No, the white man from Victorian England is the bad guy? This cannot be. I refuse to believe it. Man, to some degree, Victorian London seems cool, which I probably shouldn't say on camera, because, like, Victorian London is kind of in the book series I'm writing right now, so I'll say that, fully knowing Victorian London sucks, but then people will see it in my book and be like, ah, this tracks. Anyway, seems kind of cool, but also, you know, like, child mortality, bad working conditions, the fucking Thames smelling like literal shit, like the worst, not just shit, but like the worst shit, like the just the stinkiest. This way, Paula. Well, I mean, I did that to myself today, Paula, so I somewhat apologize, but also, you know, Wendy's. Not sponsored. Not sponsored. Corporations aren't your friend. made sandwiches, like regular sandwich, like not burgers, just like regular sandwiches. Those the animators on board mean again. Those are subs, Greg. Those are number of subs. 20 subs being when it's like, Twitch will give me money. So, no need to do that. But I think it's off. What's off? Animators on board? I think well, I reset it every month because the point of it is to be a monthly tracker. The count, yeah. I mean, like, I do have, like, you know, a few subs right now, but it's not really meant to be like. Let me see something. Subscribed 15 days ago. Yeah, the last sub was 15 days ago. So it has been reset since then. Anyway, let me finish this before someone is like, "Oh, let me be generous," which I appreciate, but no, don't feel any pressure to, like, you know, sub or nothing like that. Bring out Parrot. J12. I mean, like. Okay, J12, I'll summon Junk Synchron in attack position, but I won't be able to activate his effect because, oh my lord, you didn't have to do that, Greg. I need to be generous. Yeah, no, you don't have to be. I was gonna say, feel free to share, like, my Patreon and stuff, because that's cheaper and everything. And I would appreciate more people getting eyes on the comic and book. But Greg decided to be generous anyway, which I appreciate, for the 5 gifted subs to Sar, J12, Mega Warrior, Winter Rose, and Paula. So I do appreciate it, Greg. Yippers. You know, like, my streams are kind of bad. But if there's one thing I will never change, it's the sub sound. Because yippers. I think Barry hasn't also. Okay, Junk Synchron. Yeah, you're gonna have to go up here. There we go. Yeah, Junk Synchron's giving me head pats. Look at, like, listen. Just look at him, okay? I just don't think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Art is, like, kind of, like, I feel like it's a little less unique these days. A lot of it's very just kind of general. Yippers. Oh my goodness, J12. Thank you again for the gifted subs to Sabs. No need to do all this, but I do, the support does help a lot. Especially considering how much I talk about when I quit my job. Anyway, but yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Art just feels like a lot of it is just kind of like, it just kind of has a very, like, kind of typical anime aesthetic. But look at Junk Synchron. Look at this guy. This guy is so good. I love Junk Synchron. I love the whole archetype. Now give me head pats. There we go. But yes, I appreciate it. As Paula pointed out before, it does not actually track how many subs we have right now, just how many have been done this month. So I appreciate y'all doing that. With Paula, you didn't have to do that, Paula. Especially, make sure you take care of yourself first, always. But thank you for gifting a sub to Schmage. He's in the speller trap zone. Well, Sabs, little did you know, I've set the field spell, the Seal of Orichalcos, which not only turns all of my monsters into dark type monsters and then gives my dark type monsters a 500 point attack boost, it also allows me to set monsters in my spell and trap zone. So, think about that for a while. Nerd! There. Valid. I deserve it. I'd love to do this. I would love to say synchro summon. Here's the problem though. I don't have Junk Warrior ready. So I do it and I'll be like RPing a Yu-Gi-Oh game, but I will not actually have Junk Synchron here. I mean Junk Warrior here to represent it, so play Dark Hollow. Aw beans. Aw nuts. I mean, listen, I do keep that solemn judgment on me. I'll give up half my life points for my babies, for my boys. But thank you all again for the hype train and the subs. Again, never required when you come into chat, but I appreciate it. But if you want to support the stream in other ways without needing to give money, consider sharing like the comic or the Patreon or the short story I just put out. I would really like those to take off more too. So I'm not joking. If like you share the link to any of those anywhere, that, you know, not like just not in my Discord, because if you do that I'll be like, okay, I know what I said, fuck it, you know that's not what I mean. But anyway, I'll be very happy. It will make my day. That's all you have to do to make my day. Number go up in socials. Oh my goodness. Yo, number go up. If you share my stuff online, more people can call me a nerd, like Paula did. So, you know, think about that. Also, if you'll notice down here, we're planning to release the Xbox 720. Now, I'm not affiliated with Microsoft. I just fucking made my own computer. It was better than theirs, low bar. And then I stole the name. Because what are those nerds gonna do about it? I mean, you say that, Greg, but Yugi has all those cards. Greg, I don't know how to break this to you. In the anime, Yugi uses one of those cards in every one of his duel. Like, those are all good cards, but what you're saying is, what if Yugi got into a duel with someone with powerful cards? And granted, that's not every duel, because obviously the anime exaggerates how strong some cards are in the actual game, but it does happen. But does he have Time Wizard? He did. It would be accurate to say that at some point in time, Yugi had Time Wizard in his deck, because he did. And then he was like, "Here, Joey, I know you need the help." Also, by the way, I know it's not possible in, like, you know, in like real life to have something work like this, but it is fun. But that was just Exodia. Hype train success. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifted subs. Kaiju them. Oh, that's sad. What was I thinking, though? Oh, yeah. Because everyone will point out, it's like, Yugi gave Joey Time Wizard, but then in their duel, he used Dark Sage. And, like, why would he have that? Did he just set Joey up for failure? Not how it worked. In, you know, in Yu-Gi-Oh, you wouldn't necessarily need like an extra deck or anything for special summons. Effects just happened to cards, creating new cards. That's kind of how polymerization originally worked. You didn't necessarily need to have like a certain thing in your extra deck to summon it. You just needed to be able to fuse the monsters together. So, that's a good one, Greg. That's also a good one, Paula. I think I've seen that one before, Paula. But I don't know if I've seen Greg's before, and I like a good wave emote. Y'all got some good, actually good emotes from that. I'm glad. Better than bad ones. Better than like AI generated ones. Which I'm sure, I know for a fact. Yeah, woo, bitch, he's in there. You're not wrong, Clover. Clover, I know you're Clover, but have you also been a Beba? I'm like 90% sure. Just want to double check real quick to make sure. Yes, okay. I don't know if I've seen you in Twitch since you adopted that name specifically as a username as well. But yeah. Clover. Yo, so okay. Because autism, right? Just, anyway, I said that because of trains, and the train in my head is fucked. My train of thought, very bad. Clover immediately reminded me of Ireland, where my ancestors are from. And that reminded me of something else I saw today, which is, I have talked before about, despite my Irish heritage, which I only ever bring up because it's like, I'm like 90% Irish, as opposed to like 12%, like some folks are. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm Irish, and it's like 25%. I wouldn't bring it up if I went there. I'm always just like, I'm not about to be like that if I ever visit Ireland. But regardless, despite my family's proposed heritage, I don't like raw potatoes. I've talked about this here before. I forget if we talked about this week. Maybe last week even. I don't like mashed potato. Like, if you take potatoes and you just kind of chop them up a bit, I won't like that. I need something done with them. I saw potato bread today. I would try potato bread. Because to me, that's almost just kind of like fries as bread. And I'd fucking eat that. Have you tried potatoes raw? No. I have it on good authority. I wouldn't like them. The good authority is me. In that I don't like the taste of just raw potatoes. Like, I eat fries. Fucking love a good crunchy fry. But that's the thing, right? You get a big order of fries. One of them, there's always one fucking fry in the bunch that tastes more like a raw potato than the rest of the fries in the bunch, right? And that's how because I'll eat it, but I don't like it. And if it was any more like just a potato, I would vomit. This is literally what happened last time we talked about mashed potatoes. And also, I was thinking about this before. Probably a good reason I'm not on the dating scene. Because when I tell you, if I went to someone's house to meet their parents and the parents made me food, the chances I wouldn't like the food, no matter how well made it was, are so high. And that wouldn't end well. And like everyone on Earth thinks it's rude, and like they're not necessarily wrong. The offense taken is completely understandable, but I need people to know that I don't like being like that. I've said this before, and I will keep saying it. I don't want to be a picky eater. I don't like how much food makes me gag. It's not good. Undesirable, for sure. But I also physically cannot stop it. So. Oopsie poodle. I think the only situation in which raw potatoes would get me through life would be a Martian situation, in which for the first couple weeks I'd be gagging like every day. as I force myself to swallow raw potato for the sake of just living. Clover is cute, meow. Clover cute, meow. J12 cute, meow. I love a talkative cat. Yeah. Yeah, I found a mix of Kirby music. I was making my own playlist, but just a good mix online is good to find as well. We'll see if Nintendo's just like, we don't like that. So I'd be like, fucking get over it. Cry in your money. You buffoons. Or Miyamoto, people have been pointing out, is like, I like making movies now, that kind of stuff. And I'm happy for him. He can do whatever the heck he wants. Especially because, like, I would not level the shitty stuff Nintendo does at Miyamoto's feet, because I imagine he really only, like, you know, he's done a lot of creative stuff. I don't necessarily think he's running, like, the legal team in R&D. But, I'm, like, so the opposite, in just that I've seen movies be bad a lot. And meanwhile, games made by one or two people, just absolute the most life-changing art in my in my life. Undertale, I'm looking at you, buddy. So I'm totally the opposite with Metal Morph. Well, fucking Greg, if you do that, then you'll be able to special summon Red Eyes Metal Sabs. Beans. Oh, beans. I think I talked about this yesterday. I'm gonna say it again. Self was calling me out because I had blue eyes as a parrot, as opposed to red eyes, and I fucking love Joey. One of the only cards in Joey's deck that doesn't really work for me is red eyes, ironically. Like, I've messed around with red eyes before, but just the archetype in general that doesn't really fit my play style. Like Jinzo and stuff. Time Wizard just being like a random up and down Red Eyes Nation. Boo this man. No, I love that stuff came in at that point. But fucking, like, Jinzo stops traps. That's perfect for me. Time Wizard, it's a coin flip. You maybe destroy all monsters. Even better. Red Eyes is great. It takes one summon. It takes one tribute to summon. And you could use ancient rules for it too. But just, it doesn't, as far as like an ace monster, doesn't really do too much. Zombie metal or what? I definitely like metal more. Metal, like, the support they gave it in like the set in like GX Generation Next is cool. It's not like I would call Red Eyes a bad monster. I'm just more into Blue Eyes, so. True to his username, as he does. I once saw Stealth sit completely still in one place for 3 days before a fish swam by him, and then he leapt at it with the speed of lightning, and he trapped it in his maw. It was wild and violent. I don't know how true that is, Greg, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, let me look up. Okay. When did Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist come out? I know that there's a portion. Okay, let me ask, when did Duelist Kingdom? 1999. Isn't Pokemon 1998? Because I was thinking about this. How early is Yu-Gi-Oh! In terms of, like, thing made... franchise kind of made to sell toys, you know? 1996. Okay, so a good few years earlier. The fish didn't see me. That's the important part. Yeah. Because I wouldn't be... Because I think one thing I've learned is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out... Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't necessarily inspired by other stuff to start doing that kind of thing. It was kind of there before a lot of them were. So I would not be surprised if a lot of those different franchises were inspired by Yu-Gi-Oh! And or Pokemon separately. I think those are the two big ones. I know Digimon's there too, but Digimon's its own thing. Not necessarily inspired by either of those. Specifically, from what I hear, inspired by, like, fucking, we gotta get boys into it's not Neopets, is it? Is it Neopets? I think it's No, Neopets is the online one. What are those things called? Egg? What are the eggs? Someone tell me what the eggs are called. I beg of you. Tamagotchi, that's it, yeah. Digimon was inspired by just like, we gotta get boys to like Tamagotchi. It's Tamagotchi, yeah. So it's kind of like a thing of a convergent simultaneous evolution sort of deal, where a lot of those big franchises came into existence roughly the same time, independent of each other. And then you got something like Bakugan and what have you that definitely that were definitely more inspired by them later on, as opposed to just being similar. Bakugan was definitely inspired by Yu-Gi-Oh! Ah, beans, Greg. I'm a banana now. Your turn. Okay, fuck. Whoever thought that. I mean, to say that the people who were doing 90s boys and girls marketing had no idea what the fuck was going on is the understatement of the century. Because, like, here are the three possibilities. The first one is that a boy or girl who stays a boy or girl gets the intended product and somewhat enjoys it. That not the success rate you think it might be. All right? Okay. The second possibility, which I hear far more often, is that a boy or girl gets the toy, interested in, and starts playing with the toy meant for the other one. All right? And they just enjoyed that one more. That was me a lot as a kid. In that there'd just be like a Barbie that someone got for my sister lying around. I'd be like, fucking, I'm gonna like throw this thing around and stuff. It's fun. The last one is that a boy or girl does what I just said, but then is also trans. In which case, I guess it kind of worked, but I don't think business people in the 90s were thinking about trans kids. Just a wild, crazy theory I have. I know this might seem nuts to you guys, but something tells me people whose goal it is just to make money Not wildly invested in the trans scene. Just like toys go figure crazy. Exactly. And now don't get me wrong. There is a stark difference between Tamagotchi, which is meant to be cute little pet you raise, and Digimon, monster you raise to battle. Like, just in kind of aesthetic and appeal. But to say one is specifically for boys and one is specifically for girls, not necessarily true. Fucking a girl could see, like, a little girl could see, like, Numemon and be like, I love him. Oh, this gross little freak, look at him. Also, like, the first Digimon were wildly, like, a lot of them were very dinosaur-ish. Agumon and what have you. So, at that point, just, any kid gets into dinosaurs. And, again, further proof that the 90s didn't know what the fuck was going on. Because they would be like, oh, dinosaurs are for boys. No. Girls like dinosaurs. I have... The reason I've said multiple times now, I wish I had dinosaur autism, is because the amount of attractive women I've seen who like dinosaurs. Attractive women who like dinosaurs. If you want to teach me, I'm begging you. A dream come true. Leoplorodon. Which one is that? Let me look that up. It sounds like a Digimon name, but that's definitely a dinosaur. Oh, it's a fish dinosaur. Yeah, I'm concerned you don't have enough parents. No, you got that right. As far as I can see, you got it right. Well, well, Pig, I have bad news for you. Because I've just drawn the spell card Ancient Rules, which will allow me to summon a level 5 or higher parent from my hand. I already had Blue Eyes out, so... Haven't you seen a parrot? Alright, Jackie, damn it. Oh, beans, I'm nuts. Man, when is Genesis? Sabs, are you around? I haven't opened Master Duel in a while. Is Genesis in there yet? Let me play Genesis. I've seen a Parrotmon. That's in Digimon the movie. I think I said this to you before, Stealth. We haven't necessarily committed to watching the Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, Bonds Beyond Time and stuff, and that's chill. I do want to watch the 3 Digimon movies that make up Digimon the movie. I will be insistent upon that. So, I'm as an animator, I'm curious. So, they are good. I'm glad to hear that. Lord, I sometimes I have a hard time thinking when someone's like, "What Christmas presents do you want?" I'm like, "Oh, don't fucking know." You know what I need? I need the first 3 Pokemon movies. Do you know how much I like the Pokemon movies? Those hand animated Pokemon movies. Masterworks. Love them. We wanted to make the world's strongest Pokemon. And we succeeded. And then he dies. Hurricane touchdown. Yo, for any early 2000s Power Rangers fan out there, as I've gotten into Sentai, I need you to know that the Sentai name for the Ninja Storm Rangers is the Hurricanegers. And that's a much better name. Listen, all respect to whether you prefer Power Rangers or Sentai. I'm on that. Even as I get more into Sentai, I'm like, whatever you prefer, that all good. Hurricane. Well, it probably didn't help you misspelled it, Craig. I'm going to be real. But yeah, the name Hurricanegers, much better. There you go, Greg. Also, like, I don't know how much, like, older Tokusatsu I've been interested in watching, but the ones I definitely want to watch that are a little... Well, I mean, it did double it, so, yeah, there you go. But I want to watch Dai Ranger and Kaku Ranger, because if you like Power Rangers, then you will know those as just the White Mighty Morphin Ranger. That's the Dai Rangers. They only took one outfit from that. And then also there's and the Kaku Rangers are the Alien Rangers. So they did not get full adaptations, which makes me want to watch it more. And I think I did talk on stream, I think, about, like, after seeing a Gokaiger episode about the Dai Rangers, I was like, let me see what they're about, because it's actually, like, it's on, like, Tubi. Like, it's decently easy to find. And here's the thing, fucking, it was one of the coolest episodes I've ever seen of anything. So. 5 stars shining in the heavens. Gosei Sentai, Dai Ranger. And so, very fun. Fun times. Pig cute. J12 cute. And Pig is also cute. Tails are hard to draw. There's this one, there's this one piece of film of Byworks, I believe, who drawing Mickey Mouse, and he does it so quick, but it's also just a very charming drawing of Mickey. Makes me mad. It's almost like he gets all the lines perfect first try, and I'm like, fucking... Byworks was a talent. Lord, you know, I want to expand my filmography more, like just films I've seen, but also, I like Mickey Mouse. I think one thing I should read more in order to kind of like expand my knowledge for writing I want to do in the future is I think it would just be good if I read more just like, I don't want to say smart fiction, but also that is kind of what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, sort of like mysteries, I guess would be another way to put it, even if it's not inherently mysteries. Where, like, the writing is very clever in conjunction with the characters being clever. You know what I mean? Like, they do a reveal at like the climax of the story, and you're like, oh, that's so smart! I want more stuff like that. So, I gotta find some stuff. Also, by the way, I've talked a lot, like, about, like, anime I haven't watched, even though it's, like, very popular. I can't say I'm getting more sold on Death Note as time goes on. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but there's that one thing that's gone around where someone's like, Light just had to find out L's name to win. L had to prove the existence of God in court. And apparently he almost did it, so I have seen it multiple times. I mean, I wouldn't talk trash about like actual trash. I'm goofing here, but like I would not seriously disparage it for many reasons. One of which is the fact that clearly it's plenty of people adore it. So enough for me. I do think it's fair to say though that like Death Note can be very well made, but I do think part of the point is Light is not actually that smart. You know what I mean? He like a lazy Light is as smart as a Lay's potato chip. Heck, I've seen the first like few episodes, and like people pointed out, Light have the biggest advantage in the world. He almost immediately blows it. Like they set one trap for him, he immediately falls into it, and then they're like, "We know you live here. I imagine you're around this age, and we get the motivation you have already." They narrow it down to possibly anywhere in the world to a neighborhood in like 2 episodes. And it is Light's fault. So it's very funny. But I do think that's kind of the point of Death Note in general, you know. Light is not a good guy. So, him also not necessarily being a smart guy, despite what his internal monologue and kind of the tone of the story goes for, doesn't mean it's actually the truth. And so, he did also, you know, just unquestionably use a cursed object, like an actually cursed artifact, a shit ton, without any questions. He said, "Ah, this is the tool of the death gods." I'm going to go crazy style on this thing the second day I have it. He did question it. I mean, he questioned it in terms of how does it work? But did he question what consequences might come from using it? He might have. Like I said. Tested it even. That's not a good thing. If you get like a super weapon, and one of the first things you do is you test it. I don't know if that's good. Hup, 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 hup. I summon Pot of Greed. What else am I gonna do? I don't know. Not use the suit. Be like, hey, this is a super weapon. Probably shouldn't touch it at all. Should see if I can like keep it safe somehow so no one uses it. I'm being so that would be the preferred outcome. Anyway. Hey, could we get another hype train going so I can buy the real Time Wizard clock? It's not a good clock, but it is Time Wizard. I was just thinking about that. I'm also joking. Don't do that. Save money. Buy Wendy's. Not sponsored. No. No, you won't buy Wendy's? Because not enough time has passed. Ah, that's true. I don't know how they work. If I'm being so real. Like, because I've watched Life Arrow's video where he does the Sonic 06, right? And he's like, if we reach a level 10 hype train, I will do all 3 campaigns. And I was like, it goes up to 10? I didn't know that. Like, Thero's videos seem like streams and things he's done seem really fun. I would also have no idea how to do something like that without making it seem like I'm just like trying to get people's money. Because if you don't know, he's done Shadow the Hedgehog, but what he's done is that when people donate, they can donate for Shadow to be like evil or good, right? You with me so far? So like some people during some of the streams, as he showed in his video, have donated truly crazy amounts. And that's neat. And it seems very funny. Again, don't know how I would do that without, you know, just being like, give me money. I don't know if I believe J12 per se, but I don't have a reason not to believe J12. And I believe in Steven, so like, you know. Like, that's why the people of this world believe in Garnet, Amethyst, and Steven. That song lied to us. Most people don't know the crystal gem exists, including other gems. I don't know if they can believe in them if they don't know about them. The problem with Steven Universe. Number 1, the theme song. No. Why the people of this world believe in Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, and Josh. Reboot of Steven Universe, but Steven is replaced with Charlie from Smiling Friends. The entire show plays out the same, except from Charlie's perspective, who does not know what is going on. Also, like, they do say his name, Charlie, but in every other aspect they are treating him like Steven. I would watch that religiously. Yeah, I'd watch that. That would be a good show. Hey guys, it's me, Charlie. Did that guy just turn into sand? When White Diamond takes his gem out, it's her removing Charlie's nose like that one guy did. And then he just rolls on the ground for a while. Before he just White Diamond just kind of drops it. And he gets it back on. Where Charlie wrestles. Dominate! And Amethyst. Charlie looking at depressed Lapis, just like, okay, Pimp, I know we're supposed to help this guy, but he kind of seems like a lost cause. Or Smiling Friends is very fun. Groot, wish me luck. Good luck. Yo! Let's talk about this real quick. So, I'm not streaming next week, which is unfortunate because the Marvel Rivals season starts like that Monday. But conversely, I'll be streaming it the week after. In part because on top of the cool changes they've been making, Wanda and Widow are both getting classic skins from like comic accurate skins, which I'm such a big fan of. Please, God, give one to Spider-Man, and Iron Man. Iron Man's would go so hard. But not only are they comic accurate skins, which is great, Widow's is like her first appearance, which if you haven't seen, is very just it's very like 60s superhero, just kind of cheesy and fun looking. So the fact they made that into a rival skin, which I would not have expected in a million years. Like, I would have expected, like, the pure black suit, high collar, like, little yellow bulbs as a belt. But, the fact they're doing, like, her first appearance as one is so cool. Might be the first time Widow's ever been good. Just from an aesthetic perspective. Other than that, it's, because Iron Man is smart enough not to have a magnetized suit. So. Greg, you say that assuming Iron Man's power is iron. But in reality, his power is knowledge. So. Knowledge. You know what I like more than that? Knowledge. Immediately, my neurons. Why doesn't Magneto crush the soup? No! I can excuse the racism. This goes too far, Magneto. You can excuse racism. I don't know. Wanda isn't in very good control of her powers at all times. So. That's the case for a lot of people, Paula. In that they are dead a good amount of the time. While other people are currently evil. You didn't turn evil while I was gone, did you? No. Are you sure? Because I'm looking at Twitter right now, and they do not seem happy about what you've been up to. Okay, but when is Twitter ever happy? Okay, you got me there. Until they're not, yeah. Love a gourmet race. Bum, 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 bum. Lord. Honestly, I think this video is literally like called like underrated Kirby music to some degree, but also I think Kirby music is just underrated in general as like a game franchise, you know. Because everyone will be quick to be like, oh, one of the best parts of Sonic as a franchise is the music. I'd say Kirby's got great gameplay, and also the music is usually very good, so. I've definitely talked about two planets approaching the Roche limit before, so. And I mean, when Forgotten Land came out, I was listening to Mask of DDD, like, oh no, Roar of DDD. I was listening to Roar of DDD like every day. I mean, I kind of get that, Greg, just because I tend to listen to other stuff while I'm playing games, so. Like, usually I have it up enough that if there's good music, I'll be like, oh, I hear that. But. I hear that. Hey, can I get a high five in here, my brother? Yeah? Okay. Cool. Kazu, my beloved. Wilds, give me an update where you bring Kazu and Gigi Knox back at the same time. And to be clear, like, that counts as one monster. Like, they both of them come out at the same time and it counts as one monster, but they have different quests and everything. But yeah, do that. I will think it is funny. So. Which one is it? Give us Basarios. No, I'm good. Honestly, I don't like some of the monsters that are like kind of like copies of each other. But I'm okay if they're like we're just doing Gravios. Because he's the old man as opposed to the young old man. Why do we need a young old man and an old man? Just give me the old one. Oh Lord. That just made me think about how I work with a lot of old people. And I do got tomorrow and Friday to get through. Oh goodness. I literally started stream being like that. Like, man, it's already felt like quite a week, and it is a Wednesday. Where do the Gravios come from? Well, why would you want to beat up a baby Gravios, Greg? Don't beat them up. Let them grow up. Let them grow into more weirdly conservative Gravioses. And then you can beat them up. I'm a young old man, technically. Because I'm not old enough to be an old man, but I do feel like one. I'll hunter my son. That is fair. I can give you that, Greg. But you're on thin ice, mister. I'm getting hot. Lord. I've probably talked about this before. You know the worst part about winter? Like, actually the worst part about winter is it'll be like 60 outside, right? Like, not, like a little cold. Like a little cold. And people in like shops and other public places will for some reason take that as an excuse to turn their thermostat up to 90. Like, way too hot. I'm wearing layers right now. Like, I've gone out when it's slightly cold out, so I am wearing a coat. Your establishment here is hotter than the summer was. Why are you like this? Are you expecting people to brave the winter nude? And that's what it feels like to me, J12. I am hyperbolizing, but they make it hot. Also, yeah, I am talking Fahrenheit, just in case. But still, it's like obviously 90's an exaggeration, but people crank their heat and their hog the moment it gets a little chilly outside, and I'm not dressed for either. Like, maybe just let it be a little cold in your store, because again, I am wearing layers. But I should not feel like I need the AC on in the winter, because you have decided that your building that you have will now be the hottest, the hottest in the world. This is too much. Calm down. Lord. Ogres live in layers. I don't think that's how the saying goes, Greg, but good try. I would like to at least try and live in like a legitimately kind of medieval, not medieval, I know that technically has more connotation, but like, you know, very old-timey, late medieval, early Renaissance kind of just keep. Like, give me like a place made of stone bricks. It's lit by torches and lanterns. Got a roaring fireplace to heat the entire thing. When I want to walk around at night, I have to use a candle. I want to do that. I don't know if I want that to be my forever home, but building codes would stop you. Fuck building codes. Building codes also stop affordable housing near places of commerce and public areas. So screw them. I'm going to build a medieval castle right here in the Wawa parking lot. Yeah. So. Yeah, that was like stuff I was talking about with Zayda yesterday too, right? Like, there are times in the world where it's like, wow, I don't like anything that's happening right now. I will simply go into the woods and start living off the land. Can't do that. Can't do that now. The police will get called on you. Trying to find the bathroom. Well, I mean, if we end up making it really accurate, J12, there won't be much of a bathroom, but, you know. So maybe there's a couple, like, there's a couple inaccuracies in our medieval keep. Maybe. A chamber pot. Ah, beans. Over it a strong one. That is good. Building codes do have some use. I'll admit. Okay. I guess OSHA's a little cool. Me at the end of an after-school special where I learn what OSHA does. I feel a song coming on. Wow. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Sonic the Hedgehog, G.I. Joe, and other reference that isn't still culturally relevant enough for me to think of off the top of my head. You made me learn that worker safety is cool. I have a whole new appreciation for OSHA. I think it's time we party, though. Safely. I do love, because like before, one of the biggest things about Walt and Willie's outfit was just their baseball caps. I do love that I gave them little capes now. I love the little capes. Do they do a lot? No. But I like them. The little neck chiefs. I actually think this needs to be next 2 minutes. Oh! Don't tempt me, Greg. I will learn the move explosion. I know this happened like a while ago. Like, this is not recent Pokemon news. But hearing about explosion being like nerfed in some capacity at one point makes me... that does make me feel like a Pokeboomer. Back in my day. Like, no, actually. It's the... I don't know how to communicate this. It's the move explosion. I would like it to be almost certainly like a one-hit KO for in a lot of situations. I think that would be neat and cool. Please and thank you. Something like that, Greg. There we go. It is now a one hit KO with HKO accurately. Well, that's not good either. Yeah. You know, credit to Marvel Rivals again, because like in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, right? People will be like, this isn't balanced, you know? And like, there's a lot of games like that, where it's like, oh, you know, this is very asymmetrical. This one is kind of best, kinda. There's also like this broken thing. Marvel Rivals said, we don't care about balance. We're gonna tweak things for sure, but everyone's gonna be like a little in their own special way. Everyone's gonna be a little broken. And that makes the game very fun. I like broken. You know what? I actually, since you're asking me, did you never want to hear what I have to say? I would like to activate the spell card Pot of Greed, alright? This card will allow me to draw 2 additional cards from my deck and add them to my hand. So, how about that? You know? Magic Jamming Circle. Oh, damn it. Oh, beans. What are you saying? I wasn't listening. Well, Paula, since you're listening now, I'm going to activate the spell card Pot of Greed. This spell card allows me to draw 2 additional cards from my deck and add them to my hand. So, that's what I've been up to. What were you saying? I wasn't listening. Oh, wait. I thought that was Stealth saying that. I played Time Wizard. Okay, that's fine. Second magic shaving circle. That's what I was expecting. Damn it. Aw, beans. I only got one more copy of Pot of Greed in my deck. Bam! I do very much appreciate the second magic shaving circle. Second one. Just for funs. For funsies. Smile. Fine, you know what? I activate the card Ancestral Recall. I don't play Magic, so I don't know what this one does. But I hear it's a bad one. You know, bad in a good way, not in a bad way. So. Take that. No idea what this does. Just going to start pressing buttons. Can wake up before my 4 a.m. alarm. Honestly, Paula, I was thinking similar things, but I wanted to do a little more dueling. But I hope you have a good bed. So, good night, Paula. You know, I love that we're getting a Godzilla -1 sequel, and it is called -0. I hope we get a full-on trilogy. When a movie's good like that, and they're like, we would like to do more, I'm like, give me the trilogy, baby. We love a good trilogy. But I love that's -0, and everyone's interpreting that to be goo. And also, people are interpreting that to mean that we will be getting Hedorah in the film, maybe. And here's the thing. I would jizz. I would have my own goo. You know what I'm talking about. Hedorah being in a film like that would just make my day. Hedorah is only in the one film, and it's a pretty fun film. It's a really weird film. So if he got into like a really like well written newer Godzilla, I'd be very happy. So, yeah. I remember seeing a TikTok, and I also kind of agree with this. I think if they're not doing if they don't do like just a whole new monster for Godzilla to fight, which I would like them to bring someone back, honestly, then the 3 possibilities are Hedorah, for reasons we've already discussed, even though that would be a little just cheesy. Anguirus, who is from the original sequel to Godzilla. So if they were going with that kind of angle, especially since Godzilla -1 is set back in the 1950s and stuff, they could be going for that. Or people have noticed that the G looks like a praying woman this time. So the other possibility is Biollante, which is a plant kaiju that in her original movie was like possessed by the ghost of a lady. So it's there's a few of them that just the initial concept has people thinking like, could be one of these guys. I'm not the biggest Godzilla versus Biollante fan in terms of like the movie itself, but having her come, much like Hedorah, having her come back in another one would be very cool. So that's one of the fun things about franchises like Godzilla. It's like, even if the original pass isn't like a 10 out of 10, knock it out of the park, you can just do it again. It's like, hey, we're gonna use this monster for a new thing now. It's like, that's neat. Lord knows Ghidorah and Mothra have been in enough of them. Have been used in several different methods. Mechagodzilla too. So, first Mechagodzilla was sent by aliens. They kind of stopped doing. They kind of stopped having that be the case. So. Monster X. Monster X Ghidorah. That's like his nickname. So. I know Godzilla Earth isn't the best, but that's like one of my favorite Ghidorah looks. It's real cool. Which is ironic, because like I don't know how many good things people have to say about Godzilla Earth, but I know that their Mechagodzilla is not one of is like everyone's least favorite, because they made Mechagodzilla like a city, a biome. So not per se actually Mechagodzilla. It's always the worst. Granted, like Godzilla Earth is one of those cases where it's not like a reboot or like a new person doing it, so they're not necessarily like disrespecting the source material, but I don't think anyone likes when something is a beloved character in like name alone and is otherwise just like completely different. For that to work, people have to kind of not care about the original thing to begin with. Alright. I don't feel like drawing the flintlock in Willie's hands or his hat right now, so I think we're going to call it for the moment. And then, hopefully next time we all see this art, it will be part of a full, like, three comic combo piece. Yeah, I'll have the 3 comic combo. Lord. Get Popeyes, not sponsor. Cahill recommends fast food to people. I'll keep you awake. Greg hits me over the head with a giant fan. Whoa, wait, how far? I was wanting to raid someone, but they're kind of far into their stream. I might just raid Nicole again. Nicole's only, I thought Nicole had been live for longer than that. Maybe her stream crashed. But thank you guys, thank you so much for all the subs tonight. I really appreciate the support and everyone coming out. I really mean that. It means a lot for people to show up and have a good time here. I hope y'all had a good time here. Hope you were able to laugh a little, smile a little, enjoy the Kirby music, enjoy just chilling with some art and many parrots. Many parrots. So again, I very much appreciate people coming by and whatever support. It means a lot. So I hope y'all have a good week, and I will see you 2 weeks from now, where we will check out the new Rivals update. I hope you have a good time. Bye!